I'ma shoot you and fuck the bullet hole, motherfucker.
The Punisher No Mercy is an inexpensive game that has some great options that are great for a cheap PSN title. It's not bad knowing it's only like a 700 megabyte download or so and has a small price tag, but there's things that make this game feel really cheap. The story mode is very short and should be called a training course if anything. Just a decent way to get used to the controls by shooting some incredibly slow, easy bots with predictable shot patterns that always spawn in the same spots. Playing through the story mode will unlock all the characters and some weapons to use in the online modes. The levels are divided by comic book-like scenes that are good for a cheap laugh. The story is very basic with some bloodshed and voice actors that make the so-called story seem like they're just showing blood while swearing in an attempt to make the whole thing seem real hardcore badass. But really, it's just boring. It lacks any real content or an interesting plot, so it just becomes funny to laugh at. As much as people like to bash on some Marvel and DC comics for trying to overuse swear words and bad one-liners, I personally think it works well in a video game format, in the sense that it's so over-the-top cheesy at times, you know that this game isn't meant to be taken seriously. After the story mode, the game shifts over to an online game, and everything from there is just about unlocking more weapons, upgrades, and trophies. The weapon upgrades can cause things to become really unbalanced at times, and it becomes a total struggle to go up against people that have their characters maxed out because they have better weapons, like, you know, tougher armor and really awesome special weapons. And on top of that, some of the rooms that I've gone to, room servers, whatever you want to call them, are just lagged out. I mean, lagged out to the point that it becomes unplayable. But when it's working, it's definitely okay, but it'd be kind of fun to get some friends in there and shoot each other and whatnot, but the trophies are completely ridiculous. The first few you get from, you know, going through the story mode, but there's one that tells me that the guys over at Zen Studios either have a worse sense of humor than me, or that they put that in there to intentionally tell people that this game is a fucking joke. The trophy I'm talking about is the 50 deaths while playing as Microchip in the story mode. You have to unlock Microchip by beating the story mode, so in other words, you have to either play the story mode again, or just go in there with Microchip and purposely kill yourself 50 times to get the trophy. I of course suggest doing the co-op if you're gonna get that trophy, since, you know, there is a co-op option for the story mode, which doesn't make any sense to me because the story is so incredibly bad. I don't see why anybody would want to play it with a friend other than to just laugh at it. The rest of the trophies are rewarded for things that you'll have to do during online play, and some of them just seem way too far-fetched, and I'm not even gonna waste my time doing it. So as always, the question is buy or don't buy. If you're new to first-person shooters or just want something really cheap to dink around with every now and then this game will be ideal for you. There is a lot of really cool options, and the graphics are very good for a $10 game, and it was definitely cool seeing a game on the PS3 based off the Unreal 3 engine. But when it comes down to it, the Punisher No Mercy is extremely average. It's a very small game trying to be a big game and failing at it. If more focus was put into the online section of the game instead of the craptastic story mode, then I think they would have really had something with this one. After playing the game on and off for 3 days, I am definitely already bored of it. If you have a nice polished shooter like Killzone 2, Resistance 2, Call of Duty 4, or even Doom, then you might want to just continue playing those.
Ain't no more to it than that.